If you weren't the CEO of Amazon.com today, what would you like to do or be?
Well, so if I could do anything, and it turns out this is a very hard technical problem, so I don't actually hold out great hopes, but if I could do anything, I would like to go help explore space.
Tell me more. I mean, what would you do? How would you go about it if you weren't doing this?
Well, the picture I have is that I would get in a rocket ship, go up into space, and go check out a few things. Now, this is why I mentioned at the beginning, this is a very hard technical problem.
Yeah, it is. but I would think if you put your mind to it, you could probably figure out a way that we could do this.
Well, it's very hard.
Your board of directors, and your stockholders might not be happy.
It's very hard. It's really, I mean, so, who knows what 20 years from now, if there's some significant changes in the technology, maybe such things will get easier. But we haven't made significant improvements in, space transportation systems really since the Apollo program.
How do you make $1 million? You can sell something for $100 to 10,000 people. You can sell something for $1,000 to 1,000 people. Or you can sell something for $10,000 to 100 people. Which one is easier? What do you think?
Is it your goal to overtake the PC in market share?
I can tell you what our goal is. Our goal is to make the best personal computers in the world and to make products we are proud to sell and would recommend to our family and friends. And we want to do that at the lowest prices we can. But I have to tell you, there's some stuff in our industry that we wouldn't be proud to ship, that we wouldn't be proud to recommend to our family and friends. And we can't do it. We just can't ship junk. So
let's say you live paycheck to paycheck. You don't have any money in the bank, you're in debt, and you want to get rich. You hear people talk about emergency funds and retirement accounts, and it makes you want to throw up because you don't want to wait until you're 65 to have money. Here's the thing, you don't understand how your brain works. Your brain works based off of fear and hope. So let's say you cut a couple subscription services and you pick up a couple hours of work and scrape together an emergency fund. Now you have enough money to not be terrified about the immediate future. Then, with a more relaxed mind, you find yourself able to budget more efficiently and start contributing to a retirement account. Now you don't have to be afraid of the distant future, and you've learned some things about money in the process. Now you're a different person. Now you're a person who can take a short-term risk while maintaining life patterns that keep you safe. When you do this, hope becomes an option, and you begin to think about the world differently and see opportunities that you would have missed when you were living in fear. Don't put together an emergency fund and a retirement account so that you can use them. Put them together, because doing it will make you a different person.
You've got your finger in so many different advanced technologies. As I said, SpaceX, Tesla, now you've got Solar City and the solar pack that people put in their houses. Are you sincerely trying to save the world?
Well, I'm trying to do good things, yeah. I mean, saving the world is not I mean...
But you're trying to do good things and you're a billionaire. I mean...
Yeah.
That seems a little bit like either superhero or supervillain. You have to choose.
What is the Pinocchio effect? It's when someone uses more words than is necessary to give you an answer. If somebody's lying to you, they know they're lying, and they're worried about it. And consequently, they're going to need to work harder to convince you. So the more effort they go to convince you that they're telling the truth, the more likely it is that they're lying.
Gary Vee has a history of predicting social trends before they happen. This is his latest prediction.
One day in the next decade, everybody will have a public wallet, just like a social media account. And when people open it, they will see all of our NFTs. Some of our NFTs are going to just be collectibles and art, but many of our NFTs will be functional. For example, in my wallet, you will see a Jets NFT, which will represent my season tickets. It may show a ticket to a concert I went to for Jay-Z. It will be a representation of our lives digitally at scale, the same way that for a teenager, the posters and ticket stubs in their room, and for the same way a grown-up has art or cars, humans communicate. Our world is going more digital. How many followers you have on social media today is as big, if not bigger, status symbol than how much money you have. And that is purely digital.
I'm gonna give you $1 million worth of advice right now, absolutely for free. It's up to you whether or not you want to use it. As a sales professional, the first 10 words that you speak to somebody are more important than the next 10 1,000 words you speak to them. If you want to start making more money, if you want to be more successful, I want you to start thinking about what are these first few questions that I'm going to ask a prospect? What are the first 2 questions that I'm going to ask each and every customer? And stop focusing on everything that comes after that. Most sales are literally won and lost within the first few seconds of your conversation with them. So what are you asking? Improve it, and you're going to make a lot more money. Hey, my name's Matt Easton. Follow me for more tips on how to be successful in business and life.
I get up early. I like to putter in the morning, so I like to read the newspaper. I like to have coffee. I like to have breakfast with my kids before they go to school. So I have my kind of puttering time is very important to me. And so that's why I set my first meeting for 10 o'clock. I like to do my high IQ meetings before lunch. Like anything that's going to be really mentally challenging, that's a 10 o'clock meeting. And because by 5 p.m., I'm like, I can't think about that today. Let's try this again tomorrow at 10 a.m.
The way you judge people in your head, if you just pay attention to that little voice that judges, that's literally your ego, and it will find parts of you that you do not accept in yourself. Let me say that again. It will find parts in you that you do not like in yourself. Everything is a mirror. Everything is a projection of yourself. Other things you don't like in other people are parts of yourself.